Seneca once said, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, aware of this habit that's now mine, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said, hiding nothing from myself, passing nothing by." The Stoics believed that every day should end like it's the last chapter of a story. They were onto something. How we finish our day matters. The choices we make, the thinking we do, and how we fall asleep all count. It's about ending well, so we can start tomorrow on the right foot. So what's a good evening routine no matter where you are? Here are 6 things you should do, inspired by the Stoics, to go to sleep with joy and gladness, as Seneca advised. Number 6. Exercise regularly. Even though Marcus Aurelius lived almost 2,000 years ago, he knew how important it is to stay physically active. He thought that having a healthy body is essential for having a healthy mind. The Stoics, a group of people who followed a particular philosophy, believed that even a simple exercise routine can teach us important life skills. These skills include things like never giving up, working on ourselves to get better, being disciplined, facing challenges head-on and gaining self-confidence. As Socrates once stated, "No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable." The Stoics believed that the main reason to exercise wasn't to impress others, but to become a better person. They thought that exercise could help you master yourself and your emotions. Any kind of exercise routine is good for you. Whether you enjoy playing a sport or hitting the gym, it's all beneficial. When you exercise, your brain releases chemicals called endorphins. These endorphins make you feel really good, reduce stress, and improve your mood. If you exercise in the evening, it can even help you fall asleep faster. This means you'll wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the new day. So, the lesson from Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics is clear. Taking care of your body through exercise is not just about looking good or impressing others. It's about building a better you, both physically and mentally. Whether you prefer lifting weights or shooting hoops, it doesn't matter. Just get moving, release those feel-good endorphins, and watch how it can transform your life for the better. Number 5. Negative visualization. The Stoics had a unique way of learning to appreciate what they had and coping with the fear of losing it. Instead of desperately holding onto their possessions and loved ones, they did something quite different. They spent time picturing in their minds what it would be like to lose those cherished things, fail at their goals, or face outcomes they dreaded. This approach helped them achieve 2 important things. First, by picturing the possibility of losing something or someone dear to them, they learned to appreciate those things more. Knowing that someday they might not have these things anymore, whether it's a person they love or something they own, made them value them even more while they still had them. Secondly, by imagining loss, they reduced their fear of it. When they put themselves in a mindset where they've experienced loss, they realized that while they might feel sadness and pain, they would ultimately be okay. This sadness and pain showed that they truly cared about what they had, which deepened their sense of gratitude. Also, for your nightly Stoic reflection, consider these questions. How would I feel if I lost someone I care about, something I own, or a particular situation I enjoy? And am I taking these things in my life for granted? Remember, this exercise isn't meant to be gloomy or depressing. Instead, it's a tool to help you fully appreciate the present moment and all the good things you currently have in your life. It's about finding gratitude in the face of potential loss and learning to value what you have now even more. So, take a moment to reflect, and you might find it brings more positivity and appreciation into your life. Another way to bring more positivity and appreciation into your life is by regularly watching our videos. So before we move on, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and join the Stoic Legion. Number 4. Review the events of the day. Back in ancient times, a wise Stoic person named Seneca had a neat evening routine. He shared it in a letter to his buddy Lucilius. Seneca shares his personal habit of reflection and explains how it can be helpful to others. When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, aware of this habit that's now mine, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said, hiding nothing from myself, passing nothing by. Seneca said that at the end of each day you should find a quiet spot and think about everything you did, thought, and said during the day. Basically, you're giving yourself a little mental review. Now, this isn't about beating yourself up for your mistakes. It's more like looking in the mirror and trying to see yourself better. Seneca thought that by thinking about your goof-ups, you can actually become a better person. It's like taking stock of your moral and behavioral choices. So what does this self-checkup look like? Well, it's a cozy evening ritual. First, find a quiet place where you won't be bothered. It could be your bedroom or even just a quiet corner of your living room. Then, start replaying your day in your head. Think about your actions, decisions, desires, emotions, talks with others, and how you react to stuff. Now, ask yourself some questions. Did I do things that match my beliefs and values? Or where did I mess up? Could I have handled things differently? Don't get all down about your mistakes. Instead, see them as chances to learn and do better next time. Think about how you can use these lessons to be wiser and more virtuous in the future. This whole process isn't about making you feel guilty or punishing yourself. It's about getting to know yourself better and making a plan to improve. After all, we're all a work in progress, and this nightly routine is like your daily dose of self-improvement. So, why not give it a shot? At the end of the day, find your quiet spot, think about your day, ask yourself some questions, and commit to being a little bit better tomorrow. It's like a nightly pep talk for your inner superhero. Number 3, look down from a high point. As Marcus Aurelius stated wisely, think of substance in its entirety of which you have the smallest of shares, and of time in its entirety of which a brief and momentary span has been assigned to you, and of the works of destiny and how very small is your part in them. Marcus Aurelius, a wise philosopher from ancient times, had a great tip for dealing with life's ups and downs. He said we should try to see life from a cosmic perspective, almost like looking at it from outer space. This might sound a bit strange, but it can actually help us handle our problems better. Imagine you're watching a movie, but the movie is your own life. Instead of being right in the middle of all the action, you're like a spectator in the audience. This means you can see everything that's happening without getting caught up in your emotions and worries. Marcus Aurelius used to do this himself, especially in the evenings. He'd look at his life as if he were an alien from another planet, trying to understand what was going on down here on Earth. Now, why would we want to do this? Well, when we take this view from above, it can make our problems seem smaller. It's like when you use the zoom out function on your phone's camera. Start by looking at the things right around you, like your room and the people you live with. Then zoom out a bit and think about your whole city. You'll realize that everyone around you has their own story, just like you. They have dreams, fears, and struggles. Now zoom out even further. Think about your whole country and then the whole world. There are billions of people out there, each with their own lives, problems, and joys. Some of them might be facing really tough times. When you put your own issues in this larger context, it can help you see that you're not alone in your struggles. So, the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, try taking a step back mentally. Picture yourself as an astronaut looking at Earth and all its inhabitants. It might just give you a new perspective on your own life and make things a little easier to handle. Number 2, ready yourself for bed. To get ready for a good night's sleep, it's essential to unwind your mind and body with relaxing activities that make you feel calm and happy. You can try different things like meditating, listening to soothing music, enjoying a cup of herbal tea, doing some gentle stretches, reading an inspiring book, or writing in a journal. This whole sleep prep thing actually lines up with something called Stoic philosophy. Basically, it's about living in harmony with nature. And you know what's supernatural? Getting a good night's sleep. When you sleep well, your brain and body work their best, and it helps you stay in control of your emotions and not get all worked up. Here's an example of how you can wind down. Picture yourself sipping chamomile tea while thinking about a saying or idea that makes you feel brave or wise. Take some slow, deep breaths to relax. Then, maybe pick up a calming hobby like knitting before you hit the sack. The important thing is to find what works best for you. So, whether it's meditation, music, tea, stretching, reading, or writing, remember that prepping for sleep is a way to help you feel calm, centered, and ready for a good night's rest. Number 1, consider your inner sage. Marcus Aurelius once said, Mastery of reading and writing requires a master, still more so life. A sage is basically a really wise and experienced person in a certain field. People look up to sages because they think they're super smart and good at what they do. It's like having a role model. Now imagine you're a Stoic. These were people who followed a special philosophy, and they liked to think a lot about their sages. Marcus Aurelius, one of these Stoics, thought his sage was Zeno. Zeno was like the big shot who started Stoic philosophy. Marcus would often wonder, what would Zeno do? It was like his way of making decisions. So every evening you should take some time to think. Think about your day or just about yourself. And while you're at it, ask yourself, what would your role model do? Your role model can be someone you know, like a cool friend, or it can just be an idea of the perfect person. As part of your nightly routine, set aside a few minutes to remember your role model. Then, think about your day and ask yourself, did I act like my role model would? It's a way to check if you did good stuff or if you need to work on being more like your role model. It's kind of like a self-check to be better. So, sages are the wise people we look up to, like Marcus looked up to Zeno. And thinking about what your role model would do is a great way to be a better you. Just spend a few minutes every night doing it, and you'll be on the right track. Creating a simple and cozy evening routine can help you live a more thoughtful and mindful life, following the Stoic way. Just take a little time before bed to reflect on your day. Make plans, take care of yourself, and do some meditation. These positive habits set you up for a good night's sleep and a more mindful day ahead. Over time, these little changes add up to big benefits. You become more self-aware, let go of negative feelings, focus on being a better person, and live in harmony with nature. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like more tips and insights like this, please subscribe to our channel now.